Okay, good evening, everyone. This is a regular meeting agenda of the governing body of the Borough of Bloomingdale, Tuesday, October 18th, 2022 at 7 p.m. Call the meeting to order by the salute to the flag.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Mayor D'Amato.
Here.
Councilman Catalano.
Here.
Councilman Graziano.
Here.
Councilwoman Hudson.
Present.
Councilman Julin.
Here.
Councilwoman Schubert. Here. Councilman Yazdi.
Here.
We also have our municipal clerk, Brianna Smith, business administrator, Michael Sondermeyer, and borough attorney, Dawn Sullivan. This meeting is called to pursue the provisions of the Open Public Meetings Law. Adequate notice of this meeting was advertised in the Herald News on January 12, 2022. Copies were provided to the local news media and posted continuously in the municipal building. A copy of this notice is available to the public and is on file in the office of the municipal clerk. As per state fire code, I'm required to acknowledge that there are two emergency exits in this council chambers, the main entrance which you enter through and a secondary exit to the left of where I am seated. If there is an emergency, walk orderly to the exits, exit through the door, down the stairs, and out the building. If there's any questions, please raise your hand. Okay. We don't have any non-agenda items. We do have two matters of an executive session. One is a matter of attorney-client public safety, and the other one is a matter of negotiations for shared services. No action will be taken after that. Can I have a motion to open up early public comment, please?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone wishing to speak, please come up. Seeing no one, a motion to close.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Report of committees? Go ahead, John. You're always first.
All right. Thank you. So I've got a few. First, Sloan Park. We don't really have a full name for it yet. We're thinking maybe Stroll in the Park. But it's an event that'll be scheduled for December 17th, the rain date the 18th, so that's a Saturday. Rain date would be a Sunday. It's from 4 to 7 o'clock. The idea is they'll have Santa Claus down there. We're trying to organize some other activities, whether it be some sort of a horse and carriage ride or something to that effect. There'll be fire pits for roasting marshmallows and s'mores. So we have that locked down. We'll also have folks dressed up in different costumes, that sort of a thing. So a real winter theme. So we're in the planning stages. We've got a few different departments on board, including the recreation department and the library. Fire department is working with us, police department as well, and then the Economic Development Commission and a few other volunteers that are helping out. So it's going to be a great event. More to come on that. The other one on the...
John, time frame?
Yeah, it was December...
Times.
Oh, I said 4 to 7 o'clock, right?
4 to
So
7.
4 to 7. That'd be both days. And then the next item for economic development, putting together a program. It's called Coffee with Cops. So very happy for the police department for partnering with us on this one. And the idea is we're going to pick different businesses in town, try to do it not just one time, but a multiple event, where we have a business owner or we get a donation to buy coffee, and there'll probably be some pastries and things like that too. And you can come and meet some members of the police department. Very kid-friendly. We promote it so you can get people, some foot traffic into the business, and also a good community event where you can get to know the officers more, get to hang out for a little bit in one of our shops. So the first one we have scheduled, and the only one at this point, is November 19th. It's over at Sunrise Coffee House, and it's from 11 o'clock till 1. So hopefully we can get the word out on that. I think we're going to start sending that flyer out pretty soon. You should see that all over. And then hopefully it's successful and we can continue that and move on to other businesses further down the line. And then just the last update on ordinance review. There was a meeting last week. They have a whole lot of things going on. I know we even have a few items, I believe, from them in new business. So I'm not going to go into the details there, but they were meeting and are working on a lot of different things.
Okay. Evie?
With the library committee, their big fundraiser is on this Friday, the designer handbags. I believe there's still a few of the grand prize. You're encouraged to buy your tickets before the event, and they're also raffling off a fancy Louis Vuitton bag, and those tickets are like, she only has like 7 left or something. Like they're almost all gone, and they have a date settled for their dueling pianos event, which was at the clubhouse, and that was it was a real important fundraiser for them. It's April 22nd next year, and I'm sure lots of people will come to support that. With the senior citizens, at the senior center, they had their, they don't have really any other events except the chair aerobics and all the things that people are encouraged to go there. I didn't go to the Coronet. Did you go to the Coronet
I did not.
event? I wasn't there, but I hope that went well for them. And also with the first aid squad, they're kind of looking for members. So they have a website, and they need people that speak different languages. And they were even thinking of asking kids that are in high school age that have the inkling to be, if they want to be a fireman, if they want to be, or
They have a junior
medical.
squad.
Yeah, and they want to try to encourage people to do that. And there is a application and something on their site. Of course, there is a lot of, because they need
There's a lot of training involved.
training and the workers' comp for each, but it sounds like they really want more active members, so they want to put that out there.
Okay.
And that's it.
Anyone else? Dawn?
Health Department. They would like to start having some discussions with Stigma Free. So Mike and John, if you guys don't mind following up with that, because I'm not really even sure who's in charge of Stigma Free anymore. So they would like some interaction with Stigma Free and see if they can do some joint activities together. They do have a couple open positions on the Board of Health that they would like to fill. So if anyone is interested in being on the Board of Health, really, the only requirement is they would like someone that does have some knowledge of the medical field. They also would like to move forward with the Mayor's Wellness Campaign again. They want to do Walk with the Mayor again. So they're going to give you a shout about that, John. And they also want to start the 100-mile walk again. And they also would like to start encouraging residents to use the equipment down at Walter T. So they just wanted to discuss a couple things with that with you and Mike.
Well, just let me know when their next meeting is, and I will go.
But they also will be sending out some flyers regarding the 100-mile walk, and they will send out another flyer regarding the open positions for the Board of Health.
Okay.
So between Bree and I, we can handle getting that on the website and social media.
Okay. Very good. Anyone else?
Just a few things on my end, a little light here. The Tri-Borough program for clinics on Sundays, we're hoping to go about 3 more weeks until the weather says we cannot. The turnout's been great, and the kids are getting a lot out of it. BBYC football and cheerleading, they're winding down their seasons. And I know we're going to talk a little bit about the rec, so I'll kind of table that for the agenda.
Okay.
And probably by the next meeting, I'll have more information as it relates to the winter programs that are going to be announced. ski program, basketball. There's a few others. And I believe that is all, except for, I know I'm not a liaison to this, folks, but the annual toy drive that my wife Kim and Linda Bennett head up, they are doing it again. And I believe it's St. Anthony's Church is going to be their HQ.
Yep.
More to come.
Starts November,
They're in the early stages of planning. I think they met last week. Maybe they've held one or two meetings.
there's a kickoff date actually for it, and an
Yeah.
ending date. I thought it was November, for some reason, November 14th sticks in my head.
That sounds about right.
And then ends this, a month later in December. The I'll say in a second, because I was just looking at it before I came down here.
It's just been a wildly successful program. I mean, we talked about it last year, but, the Home Depot, Lowe's, grass clipping bags full of toys, and John, you and I did a
Yeah.
couple of rides up to the church last year with our pickup trucks loaded with toys, and it's just going to keep growing and getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and just kind of help really define both our communities, in my opinion. So,
Exactly.
that's all that I have.
Yeah, it kicks off November 14th. They're doing wrapping on the December 8th and distributing on December 16th.
Are they going to do Christmas trees as well?
You mean actual Christmas trees, like a sale? Like a lot?
No, but I know that we had a couple donated last year. Mike and I brought them up to the one church.
Oh, like our official trees or real trees?
Real trees.
Oh, really? Oh, I don't know.
I'm sure if somebody donates them, they'll be more than happy to give
Yeah.
to somebody that doesn't have one.
No.
Or
Can you
wherever.
ask?
I'll follow up and get you an answer on that one.
Yeah, that'd be
Yeah.
good.
Okay, very good.
Yeah, that's all.
Anybody else? No? Mike?
Yeah. Just a couple things going on in town. Struble Lane was paved, graded last week and paved yesterday. So that's one off the list. Cedar Lane, they're working on the basins right now, and they got some curb work to do, and then they're going to mill and pave that on November 8th when there's no school. They have a lot of issues with traffic up there, Mark, today. We found out today that we're going to be awarded the $90,000 grant for the Main Street sidewalk. That's the CDBG grant from the county. And we also found out, we're in the process of finding out, that we're going to get the $200,000 for the Boat Pond playground as well, that grant as well.
Great.
That's huge.
Excellent news. Fantastic.
Yeah, and the sidewalk project, just so everyone knows, it's from Sloan Park to,
Kings Corner.
and now Munchies, Munchies Corner. All right, so that'll, we'll probably eliminate the pavers, put concrete, dress it up, it'll match what's in front of Sloan Park. The problem with the pavers is when we go down, the county comes and salts, it eats the pavers away, and then we have to do it again. So if we go to concrete, we'll be in better shape for a longer period of time. Okay. I don't really have anything. Anybody else? No? Okay. Okay. Resolution number 2022-10.21, motion to accept the consent agenda.
So moved.
Second.
Any questions? Roll call.
Catalano?
Yes.
Graziano?
Yes.
Hudson?
Yes.
Julian?
Yes.
Schubert?
Yes.
Yazdi?
Yes.
Okay. Item number 9, pending items, resolution number 2022-10.24, authorizing a lease agreement between the borough and the borough and the fire department for use of Fireman's Hall for a recreation center. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. You said, Jed,
Great idea.
I'm sorry?
we're in the recreation portion?
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, I just know the last time we kicked it to this meeting, and there were some questions, I had a conversation with Mike about today, so I don't know if you want to bring everybody sort of up to speed. It was just really kind of dotting the i's and crossing the t's, if
Yep.
kind of summarize our conversation.
Yeah, we were still in negotiation last time, and I just got it to the fire department. They really didn't have a chance to look at it. So they have looked at it now. We've had a discussion with them. They're on board. It's Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday are the days that we're going to lease the hall for $1,200 a month. That's from 8 in the morning till 9 at night. We'll have access to the hall. If we need access beyond that for Wednesday and Tuesdays, they'll work with us. Obviously, if it's a program that's going to run on a Saturday for 10 or 12 weeks, they're going to have to charge us. We're going to have to talk about that because that is a day that they're able to rent the hall out and make money with that. So We've never worked any projects or programs on Saturdays before, so I don't see that happening in the future. Everything is 99% of the time is done between Tuesday and Thursday at the rec center.
We also have the senior center in the event
Yeah.
at the
Yep.
Fireman's Hall, so there's options.
There's options, yep.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, it's a significant
It's a big
savings.
savings
Yeah,
for the
it's
town.
it's a $21,600 savings a year, going from $3,000 to $1,200. And, and that's not including the utilities, the money we're saving there. So that's a huge savings for, I believe, a better facility. We can run better programs out of there instead of a storefront.
Yep. We're condensing right now the rec center. We threw a lot of garbage out. We're starting to move stuff into storage as we speak, so we got to be out of there by the 31st of this month. We're on schedule.
Any other questions? No?
And just last of the conversations I think we had with Rachel, she felt 100% confident there's no interruption in programs and her doing her job, which a lot of times is done remotely. So it should be a relatively smooth transition.
Yep. Yeah, everything's 95% of the time is done online with credit cards now. There's no longer in-person registrations. There are a couple of stragglers that do that. You should be able to do that either there between those hours or, again, use the senior center to once a week type thing to take in-person
Yeah,
registration.
and if we have it those 3 days and she needs a place to go, she has a
She can
place
right
to
there, sit there.
set it up right
Yep.
there. We are for that. Okay. Roll call.
Graziano?
Yes.
Hudson?
Yes.
Julian?
Yes.
Schubert?
Yes.
Yazdi?
Yes.
Catalano?
Yes.
Okay. New business, discussion of acknowledged receipt of Bloomingdale's annual status progress report of the borough's floodplain management plan under community rating system. And this is a report prepared by our borough engineer, and he submitted to, and being submitted to the New Jersey DEP. Mike, you want to kick this
It's
off?
an annual report that he has to submit to the New Jersey DEP for that CRS. He fills it out. There are some things that we've done in the past. There are some things that are pending. I talked to Councilman Graziano, had a couple of questions we talked about over the last couple of days with regards to Van Dam Brook. So they say we're looking for funds. We do look for funds through grants with the DEP and/or through the county to see if we can get into the brook. Our engineer is currently working on that now. The company that did the woodlot retention basin is going to give us a quote to actually clear the brook on Van Dam Road, Van Dam Ave that is. So we'll see what kind of numbers we're talking about, what we need to go out and get money for, so.
Just to touch on DMK for them, I know and he does all Pompton Lakes river cleaning. He's an expert on it. He knows what has to be done. The silt fences go up. There's certain times here you can't do it because of turtles. So he would be a guy that, if the quotes come in, that would be a person to do that and do it correctly. Speaking of floods, I've been approached by a couple residents that going back a couple of years ago, 3-4 years ago, right?
Yep.
We worked with a company to remove people out of the flood areas, which was over towards Walter Court and Walter Drive over there. We were very successful in doing that for some residents. So I've been approached by some residents down in the Flats area on Chestnut Street, mostly, that they believe they should be taken out. So we're going to pursue seeing what it would take to help those people get out of the flood area, so they don't have to pay flood insurance. I didn't make any promises because they might not be able to be moved. So we're just looking into it. It's the beginning stages. We started that project a few years back. It kind of fell by the wayside because of the company we were dealing with. So we kind of got Fred involved and Tom, our flood management, and see if we can help those residents out. So, and there's obviously there'll be a cost to it, but we have to just put it all together and see if we can do it.
Yep, the company that was doing it obviously owes us what they've done to date. He's been
Standoffish.
Yeah, he has been around for 2 years. We're trying to get in touch with him, Mr. Engineer Barati and myself. So that's why Fred's office is now involved to see what we can do to try and get whatever's owed to us that we paid for already. Once we get that, then we'll see what we need to do to move forward with another company to take this through to the finish line. So,
Tell people. Okay? Okay, any other questions regarding that? No? Seeing none? Adoption of resolution number 2022-10.25, payment of the bills. Do I have a motion, please?
So moved.
Second.
Questions?
I actually have just one. What is key tech? Core testing? What is that? I'm sorry, I should have asked this.
No, that's okay.
Before the meeting, but
Core testing. Core testing.
key tech?
Key Tech does the core testing for us.
Oh, that's the one that did
Yeah, was it the water?
is that the one that did the Hamilton Road?
Yes.
The sample?
Yeah, what happens is when we do a project,
Okay,
they
no.
have to come in and take a sample of the concrete and the asphalt, and they send it out to be tested.
Understood.
It all
I
passes.
don't know why I didn't
DOT
recognize the name.
Okay.
Thank you.
Roll call, please.
Actually, I'm sorry, one quick question?
Sure.
Page 6 and 7, Frank's actually, a lot of auto parts. I've never seen a full page of auto parts. Are we having problems with our vehicles, or is that part of shared service, and those parts are going into other boroughs' vehicles?
Overall.
I'd say it's a
It's just a combination.
of everything.
The bigger numbers, unfortunately, our ladder 6.4 has had some substantial work done on it in-house. So a lot of that is the fire apparatus, Bloomingdale's fire apparatus, being worked on in town by our mechanics instead of
Yeah.
going out to like fire and safety.
Okay. The full page just kind of jumped.
It was 2 cylinders?
Jumped out at me.
Yeah, in-house, so we had gotten a price from Fire and Safety to replace our 2 hydraulic cylinders on the bottom of the ladder. That's what extends the ladder out and in. And for them to do it themselves, it was somewhere roughly, probably, I'm going to say $10,000. I think it was like $5,000 just for the parts, and then labor would have been like...
Yeah, no, I'm not questioning that. I was just questioning the line items, the volume of line items. I've never seen that before, and it just jumped off the page to me, that's all.
Yeah, they're doing a lot of in-house repairs. right
Okay.
now.
Yeah. And this is our time of year where all the trucks go and
Yeah.
go completely looked at.
They're doing pretty much a once-over on just about everything in-house, getting ready to prep for the winter.
Makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay. Roll call.
Hudson,
Yes.
Doolin,
Yes.
Schubert,
Yes.
Yazdi,
Yes.
Catalano,
Yes.
Graziano.
Yes.
Okay. Item C, introduction of ordinance number 25-2022, amend code and add new chapter 27, business insurance registration. Can I have a motion to read by title?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
An ordinance of the Borough of Bloomingdale, County of Passaic, State of New Jersey, amending the code of the Borough of Bloomingdale to add a new Chapter 27, Business Insurance Registration. And second and final reading and adoption will be scheduled for November 4th.
Okay. Item D, introduction of ordinance number 26-22, amend chapter 2-80, fees of business insurance administration fee. Can I have a motion to read by title?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
An ordinance of the Borough of Bloomingdale, County of Passaic, State of New Jersey, amending Chapter 2, Administration, Article 8, Policies and Procedures, Section 2-80, Fees Charged for Municipal Services of the Code of the Borough of Bloomingdale. Second and final reading and adoption can also be scheduled for November 4th.
Okay. Can I have a motion to open up late public comment?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Anyone wishing to speak, please come up. Seeing no one, a motion to close?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Like I said before, we do have 2 items in executive session. No action will be taken. Can I have a motion to go into executive session?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.